Hi parents, I'm Mrs. Rulin. I'm your child's first grade teacher this year. I'm so happy to welcome them all back into the classroom. I have been a teacher in Garfield for 22 years. I have taught 5th and 6th grade as well as 1st, and I'm so happy to be your child's teacher this year. We're going to discuss a few important things, and feel free, if you have any questions, you can email me at rruland, RULAND, @gboe.org, and you can also contact me through Teams. So this year we're going to do lots of reading, writing. We have a wonderful science series. We do social studies and health, and I'm so happy to get started. So I sent home a packet with your child in their folder so you can follow along with me, and we can go through all of the important things that happen in our classroom this year. So the first thing on the list is about collection of money. If there's any class trips coming up, or if there's fundraising money or anything that needs to be sent to school, please make sure it is in an envelope with your child's name, exactly what the money is for, and also the teacher's name, so there's no confusion with anything that comes into the school. Also about homework. Homework will be starting on this Monday, and we will be doing reading Monday through Thursday, as well as spelling. Friday will be poetry, and there will also be 1 to 2 math worksheets throughout the week. There won't be any homework on Friday except for poetry. So I know that you have seen the poetry. We did start it last week. So the child will be coming home with a new poem every Friday. You can have them read to you, your friends, anybody in the family, and you can write a nice comment, and the kids get very excited when they come back to school and they share who they read to over the weekend. It's great practice for them to read. Also, there will be a reading journal coming home every Monday through Thursday. The reading journal, you will have the same book all week, but you can choose different questions. And it's okay that the child has the same book, and it will be leveled to their ability. And it's okay if they read the same book each night, because it's great practice for them. The homework will be done in a notebook, and there will be a question list that they can choose from. You can put the date on top, the title of the book, they can answer the question, and then underneath they can draw and color a picture to go with their answer. There will also be spelling lists coming home. The spelling list will come home on a Monday, and there will be homework every day of that week. First, on Mondays, there will be 3 times each. Tuesdays would be, they would write the words in ABC order. Wednesdays, they would use the words in sentences. And Thursday is the time for them to study, because the quiz, the spelling quiz, will be on Friday. We also, if there's any classroom work that your child may not have finished in the classroom, you may see that in your folder on the sign and return side, so they can work on that, and then you can send it back the next day. Also, please make sure that the poetry book is coming back on Monday so we can plan it for the week, and also every night that their reading and spelling homework comes home, so that I can check off that they have completed it. We have gone over classroom rules in the classroom, and if you can just talk to your child about it, everybody's been great so far. The rules are, we have to raise our hand before we speak, 1 person speaks at a time, to be kind to each other. So if you can just help reinforce those rules at home, it would help greatly in the classroom. We do have a breakfast program. Every child receives breakfast in the morning when they come in, and we also have a lunch program, and they are receiving lunch. If your child does not like the school lunch, you are more than welcome to send their own lunch, and they can have that lunch for that day. And we also still have snack in the afternoon, so if you want to send a healthy snack, we do have a quick little snack break in the afternoon after lunch. The bathroom breaks, I've been taking the children once in the morning, once in the afternoon. If you feel that your child needs to go more often than that, then just send a note, and I will make sure that they use it. And of course, they can use the bathroom whenever they'd like, but we do all go together, once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Please make sure your child comes to school on time, because that is the time they're given breakfast when they come in. If they come in late, then they're going to be a little bit rushed when it comes to breakfast time. So we will also have our WIN period, which is when we have our reading specialists help out, and that happens first period as well. So once we have the breakfast cleaned up, we go right into this reading program, and we want to make sure everybody's unpacked, well fed, and ready to work on reading. There is an absence policy. Please make sure if your child is out for more than 5 days that you contact the office. If they're out more than 5 consecutive days, then they will have to re-register with our school. Spelling. There is a take-home folder that you have been seeing coming home every day. If there's any important messages that you would like to send to me, please make sure you put it in the folder. I make sure I go around and I check the folder every day. And also on the keep home side, there will be things, please remove them every night, because the kids' folders will start getting really packed. And also if there's anything that has to be signed and returned, please make sure that is returned the next day. We also have Parent Portal, where you can check your child's grades, and then when it comes to entering reports and report cards. So if you have any problem checking that and you cannot log in, you can contact the main office and they can help you through that. Okay. We will also, Okay, sorry about that. So we have some tips for helping your child at home. Of course, your child is going to make mistakes, and it's okay. I would rather they make the mistakes than have you sound things that will help them spell it, because this is what we do in the classroom. We teach them how to tap things out with our fingers when they do the sounds. So if the word was cat, you can tap your finger for each sound that you hear, like k, a, t, cat, and you can tap it out with them, and this way they can get used to sounding things out on their own. Because when we do writing in the class, we do encourage them to try, because eventually they will catch on and they will definitely know how to spell much better as the year goes on. So there are some tips that you can use at home that can make it fun for when you're doing the children's homework, spelling or reading, to help them sound things out. You can always create flashcards. You can go to the dollar store, you could get index cards, or you could just cut up a plain old piece of paper and make flashcards to practice reading their spelling words. You can also use magnets and a cookie sheet, and they can use the letters to spell. That's another fun way. Of course, a dry erase board, always helpful. And then sometimes if you have things at home such as pennies, you can use pennies or chips or beans, and they can move a penny aside for each sound that they hear in a word, so that they know how many letters are in a word, and it would help them sound it out. For example, if we were going to do the word, let's say, pat. So you would say, okay, what sounds do you hear? So they would pull a penny down for each sound, like p, a, t. This way, when they grab their pencil, they know that this word had 3 sounds, and they can do the letter for each sound. You can do the same idea with pieces of Play-Doh or clay. And then we can also do our finger spell that I just showed you how to tap things out. We talked about the reading homework. And also, when you're reading with your child, it's great when they can read the words, but we always want to make sure that they understand what they are reading, because comprehension can be a difficult skill. So when you are reading a book with your child, whether it's for homework or for enjoyment, after a couple of pages, you can stop and ask them some questions just to make sure that they understand what they are reading. So some sample questions can be, who are the characters in the story? Where does the story take place? You can ask them, how does the character feel? And how would you feel? Or what would you think can happen next? So these are all important questions to ask just to make sure your child has an understanding of what is being read. I think that just about covers everything for now. If you have any questions, you can always reach me through an email. I have been sending some emails this year. If you did not receive any of my emails, maybe your email is wrong, so just try to maybe send me a little note in your child's folder so that I can make the correction and make sure that you get all of the correspondences that I have been sending. We also will be contacting you through Teams. A majority of the students are already set up from last year. If you are not, we were working on it. We will get your child an account so that they have access to Teams. So it was very nice to meet you all virtually. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.